Hello boys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be teaching you how to play LSPDFR in GTA. This will be the first part of a decently long series. I will just show you real quick. These are all going to be separate videos, so I have base mods, and these two will be a video, but these are split into two parts because it's better for your PC. Then I have a bunch of extras, and then I have a bunch of car packs I'm going to show and go through with you guys, a bunch of call outs, and then just sirens. That's just going to be a simple video, but today we're going to be going over the base mods. I'm going to be teaching you how to install LSPDFR, your simple trader, a rage native for your for certain plugins, and then script hook for for plugins too. So before you mod at all, what you're going to want to do is just open GTA. Now it's going to ask you if you want to, it's going to ask you for admin perms. And it's also going to want to download Rockstar Games Launcher. So you're going to want to just load into story mode. Now do remember, once you have these mods installed, do not load into online. You will be banned. So now that we're loaded in, you want to make sure you at least beat the prologue and Franklin's mission. Franklin and Lamar. You want to at least do those. Now that we've tested it out, seems to be working, we're just gonna Alt F4 and close the app. Now we can get into modding. All of these links and mods I am showing you will be in the link in the description, of course, so you can just get those from there. So first we're gonna get into downloading your mods, of course, like LSPDFR and everything. You're gonna do something certain with this one. You can read all this. I don't. I trust this website. You're gonna not get the setup because the setup won't give you as much to do with like plugins and stuff, but you're just gonna do the regular manual install. Now I suggest putting this in a folder. I have my example folder is just GTA mods, and you're gonna save it there. And then your next mod is Simple Trainer. This will get you your guns, your bigger map. It'll just make life easier for getting around and stuff. And we're going to use this. You're just going to download this in the same folder, but we're going to use this for like getting weapons and making your vehicles faster so you don't lose a suspect. Next is Rage Native UI. This will help with certain plugins. You'll need this so you can load certain plugins. I'm just going to download that in the same video, same folder. Next is Script Hook V. This will help with your .ini files or your DLL files, both. Your .ini files will be your things. You don't want to get the developer one. The developer one will. Then what I recommend, you can use other ones, but Windows won't open some of these files. Like you have a .rar right here that won't open it. But I recommend doing this. The WinRAR, it'll, like every once in a while it'll ask for you to pay it. You just click the free version, but you're just gonna go to downloads and then find your download wherever you want. I use x64 for 64-bit. Now that we're here, I'm gonna show you two ways to get to your GTA 5 main directory. You can simply just go to your Steam, your library, find your GTA, manage and browse local files, and it should pop up right here. And that's one way to get to it. Now another way is a longer way, but I do it because I memorize. You can go to your Windows, Program Files 86, Steam Apps, Common, Grand Theft Auto 5. What you're going to want to download first though is you're going to want to open WinRAR, and you're going to want to download that. But first you're going to want to open LSPDFR. Now if this makes it easier, you can drag and drop all these into there. I like having the compact view with the folder and everything, but you're going to want to be in your GTA 5 main directory. You're going to highlight this all, and you're going to hold control, unselect licenses, and the RPH readme. You do not need those. So you're just going to drag, drop. Easy as that, you have LSPDFR installed. Now next, you're going to download your simple trainer, and you just want the .isi and the .ini, and you're just going to drag and drop into there. And it's just right there. Next, you're going to want your Rage Native UI. You just drag and drop your .dll and .xml. And then next will be your script hug v. Just gonna go to bin and highlight all this and deselect native trainer and just drag and drop. It is that simple, guys. So the last thing we do before doing this is we're gonna go into our LSPDFR folder in our GTA 5 main directory, and then you're gonna see a .ini file that's labeled LSPDFR. You're gonna go into that. Now I do recommend using Notepad++. It makes life so much easier. But what you're going to do for this will stop your texture loss. You're going to want to make this false, if I can spell right. And then the next one, you'll want to make this false. True, sorry. And then if you guys have played LSPDFR before, you're going to notice that it will like weirdly like zoom in to your guy while you're in a like pursuit. So you want to make that true, so it disables it. Now next you just want to save this, exit out of this, and you're set to load into GTA. Now what I recommend doing is you're going to go down to your rage plugin hook.exe, and you're going to want to pin this to your start. What I like to do though is pin it to my taskbar. Now that we're done with all the installs, your rage plugin hook will be down here because we pinned it to our taskbar. You're just going to open this, and due to it to being your first time, it's going to open up this little message. You'll have to wait. You can read it. It doesn't matter to me though, because I don't ever read it. But when you load into this, whenever you start installing plugins, there's a timeout threshold. Basically that means it's the time that it'll give the plugin to load, and if it doesn't load, it'll close out your GTA. You're going to want to set this to 60,000 though. It's the max, and if it's not loaded by 60,000, then you kind of have a problem. But next you want to go to your plugins. You want to load these plugins, click LSPDFR, and just load all. Next, you don't have to mess with this unless you know your GTA modding, but you're going to want to back up your game version. This will be, if there's ever an update and it doesn't transfer over right, you can go to revert game version and verify the integrity, and you can of course revert it. But that's all you need to do in this. You're just going to click save and launch, and this will show up. Basically to get back to this, when you open rage plugin hook, you're going to hold left shift, and I will show you how to do that when we start plugging mods. But it's just going to open all this. It might take a little bit to actually open up GTA. That's perfectly fine. Now that we're loaded into GTA, it will load your most recent save that you used. Just make sure it does not load into Prologue. Now we have LSPDFR running, so you're going to go to your map, LSPDFR, and you're going to go to nearest police station. Now that we're here, you're going to go to the police station entrance, and you're just going to hold E. Hold E, no press E. Now that we're in, you're just going to click enter and go to duty. And it's going to memorize Miranda, whatever. Now, since this is a new setup, we're going to make a new character. And this will be your character. Now, you can do whatever. This is like GTA Online character making. But you can do whatever. You get your heritage and everything. And I'll be back with my character. Now that we're done with the character, we're just going to go to save and continue. And you're going to make a name. Now I like to do John Nolan. If anybody has watched The Rookie, you'll understand this, but if not, it's alright. So now, since you're here, you're just going to want to go to here. Don't go to edit or delete, just click use. First, you want to go into police locker, and you want to make sure you have LSPD. It's one of the only like good looking uniforms for a start, but you want to go to the cop. Now these are just your badge, so I like to go to senior officer because it looks the nicest. That's alright. This is how you get your glasses. You want to go to props and prop 1. Now I like to go over to 5, and you can scroll through these. These are just how they look. I like to go to just 5. Makes it nice looking. Next you're gonna go to confirm, and then you per release garage. Now the only one that'll work with ELS, because we are going to download ELS in the next video, I'm gonna go to police cruiser. Not any of these. Your police cruiser is the only one. Now these just change the number. Now you want to go to components and make sure these are both off, because the light bar won't work for ELS. And then modifications, apply all, and then you're going to select and continue. Now you're on duty, there's a couple things you want to do before you start actually going on duty. You're going to want to go to police radio, and just for the sakes of this video, we're going to say no available for calls, so we can do all this. Now next, if you want your guy to walk like a cop, of course, you just gotta find it, and in his resting stance, you're gonna see it'll do it soon. He'll hold his hand on a belt, and he'll even walk like a cop with that wide stance. That's all we're gonna do. Next will be your simple trainer. So you want to pull your simple trainer up by hitting F3. By the way, I did forget to say this. The controls for simple trainer, of course, like I said, F3 for the menu, and you're moving around the menu. You're gonna do 5 will select something, 0 will go back, 8 will go up, 2 will go down, 4 will go left, and 6 will go right. And this is all on your numpad. And you're gonna go into options. Now you want to do infinite stamina, and then you want to do show Fort Zancudo map and reveal full map. Then if you want to, you can do max armor and max health, and then this is totally up to you. I like to use it though, but the speedometer will show when you get in a car, and you can see it in the top right. But then you want to make sure all this you save settings to simple trainer, because that'll just make it so next time you load. Next will be vehicle options. We're gonna go vehicle speed boost, infinite boost, and we're gonna set this to like, if people like 70, I like 60 though, and make sure you click enable in the engine power multiplayer. Now if you ever load into this game and you don't have a car, all you're going to want to do is to go to vehicle spawning, emergency, and then police cruiser 1. Next will be your time. You're going to want to set this to whatever you want, but if you want it to stay this time, you go up to freeze time. I like using this because it makes the lights look better, all that. Next will be your weapons though. You're going to want to remove all weapons, and you're going to make a certain loadout, so when we add realistic weapon system, you'll have all the same. So first you want to enable parachute, just in case you're like in a helicopter or something after someone and you end up jumping out, or you jump off a building, any reason, you're just going to want to have a parachute. You're going to want a knife and a nightstick. Your nightstick is just your baton. Next you're going to want to go down, and you're going to want your regular pistol and then your backup pistol. And you want the first stun gun, not the second. The first one has a slower recharge. Next you're going to want to go over to the second menu, and you want to enable a pump shotgun and a carbine rifle. Next you're going to set up all your attachments. So you just go to weapon attachments and tint menu, and we're going to do our pistol first. We're going to add a flashlight to that, and then you don't have to worry about your combat pistol unless you want to, but I think it's more realistic because it's your backup pistol. Next you want to go to your carbine rifle, add a flashlight. Your pump shotgun, add a flashlight. And as simple as that. And I am so sorry, I did forget. You're gonna want to equip the flashlight. Now we're gonna get stop the pattern and all that, so there's gonna be a better flashlight, but we'll get into that later. So now that we have our weapons equipped, we can get straight into it. I'm gonna show you a couple things. I'm gonna show you how to simply start a traffic stop. Your lights for non-ELS, you're just gonna hit E, and it'll turn your siren on. But if you're going code 2 anywhere, which is no siren, you just hit J, and there you go. So we're going to show you how to conduct a traffic stop. Now we're going to do a traffic stop on someone. Like, we'll just do this person for chance. He's blipped on the map. Now he's pulled over. Now hopefully we're just going to get out of our car. And hopefully he isn't there. Now what we could do is we could, what I like to do is just take a quick screenshot of this. Now we'll install Dashcam V, which just makes it so like you can just pull it up in that, but you can't see it from as far away, which is why I will just do this. So you're gonna hit Q to pull up your computer. Now we'll have a Compulate Plus, so this will be totally different. But just for the sakes of this, 4AXKX589. We're gonna hit enter on that. Comes back Jessica, Aisha. I don't know how to pronounce their last name. Tornado. This comes back all nice. But we're just gonna walk up, and what I like to do is just equip the flashlight, and then we'll point it at her to see if she's has anything wrong with her or anything. We don't see anything, so we're just gonna put that away, and we're gonna start talking to her. Now, if you really wanted to go at it, you can just install her, but we're just gonna say hello. Now, we're gonna ask her ID, of course, but you're gonna hear something. Kiflon. Now, that we'll change that. We'll have a Kiflon replacement, and I'll ask for his ID or her. So now that we have our ID, we can go back to the car, and we can check for her. We can check warrants or if this is her car, but we do know it's her car. But it's a Jessica Aisha. I still can't pronounce that last name. License is valid, no active warrants. So we are good on this traffic stop, and we just pulled her over for just to show you. So we're gonna just dismiss her, and she'll drive off calmly. But we can just get back into our patrol vehicle. Now, something that you might want to do is two things. One, you're just going to go down to your spawn location, which is in settings. And what I like to do is just to do random, and it'll be in a police station. So we're just going to request a call. Looks like it's a robbery, so you're gonna just hit Y to accept that, and then you'll respond code 3, which means lights and sirens. Code 2 is just lights. We're gonna go to this robbery though, but if you can tell, a lot of the times they will move out of the way really weird. So I will install something called Clear the V. It's a very simple plugin. But whenever you have your sirens on, it'll make everybody turn to the closest side of the road they're on, I guess. Like the people on the right will turn to the shoulder, and the people on the left, they're in a white van. So we're going to hit B, and we're going to ask for local air support.
We have units requesting air support. Over. Little Seoul.
Up there, right there. So they're just going to keep running, but what you can do is just get after them. And grab a stun. Oh, that's not a stun gun. That's too far away. Oh, we have shots fired. Get on the fucking ground. And that's kind of it. I'm not going to go after the other guys because there's no need for it. But that's it for that. So now we're done with LSPDFR, but we will show you. I will show you how you can detain someone. So now we're going to get out of the vehicle. We're just going to simply arrest them and show how to go to the police station. We're going to go to the side of the vehicle, say hello, and we're just going to ask to leave the vehicle.
Stop what you're doing right now.
And we're going to interact with them, blah blah. You can do any of these, but we're going to detain him, otherwise known as we're going to arrest him. And then we're just going to, you're going to hold E to grab onto him. But we're just going to go in here. Please let me, and then you're going to put him in the vehicle. Shut the hell up. And he'll slowly get in the vehicle. Now, later on, we're going to have RPH delete that vehicle, which we can just go up there and delete the vehicle. And then we'll have stop the peds, which will allow us to call for a tow truck. Now, if you just click M, you can go to, you can click GPS police station, and it'll go to the nearest police station. So we're just going to drive there real quick. So now that we're here, what I normally like to do when I have plugins installed, I'll pull in here and then pull into the there, and then you'll hit, normally I would hit X and go to the better version of this and create what's called an arrest report. With regular LSPDFR, there's no such thing. But basically, we have the guy in our custody. We're just going to go into here. That'll be it for this video though. Thanks for stopping by. This will be the start of a new playlist, LSPDFR 101. It'll be just teaching how to mod it, my mods, and my cars. The next video we'll be going over simple plugins to have, and I'll even have a certain car pack to use. Well, it'll be a replacement pack, but I will teach you how to do all that later on. But thanks for watching this video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll be back here soon.
Hey, everything fades, yeah. Like seasons they change, who are you, girl, yeah. I can't remember your name, hey. Everything fades, yeah. Like seasons they change, yeah. Who are you, girl, yeah. I can't remember your name. Hit me with the dopamine, I'm not focusing. Got me smiling like my first high school homecoming, yeah. They faded away, running on back, I'm running away.